Hi, I'm Angela Haynes, and I'm here with my son, Drew Haynes, who we like to flip houses and help those that might not become homeowners if it wasn't for us. We are not the general contractors and the everyday house flippers that everyone else is. We go in and we find the couple that is renting, has paid their rent on time, and has done everything that they needed to do financially, but they just can't seem to get over that first hurdle of homeownership. So that's where Drew and I come in. We find the couples, we help them get the house of their dreams, though it looks like a shack at the time, I'm certain, to them. And then they come in, they put in their blood, sweat, and tears. We give them all the advice, we do most of the work, and get the home to where it's up to their standards to be their dream home, and then they become homeowners instead of renters. Sometimes we bite off more than we can chew, and sometimes we have to chew the fat, as we say in the South, quite a bit. But in the end, it's all worth it. Once you see how happy and healthy the families become when they don't have the stress of knowing that they're not contributing to their future in a financial way by owning their own home. We've done very small homes, we've done townhouses, we've done mobile homes, and everything in between. We have done several for single moms, we've done some for families, and we've even done some for single people. Drew and his roommate actually live in the home that he grew up in, and we came in and was redoing it, and now it's still kind of in that process. Ironically enough, we now have the house next door, which is the home I grew up in, and that's the one we're going to show you a lot of construction work in because we've just begun it. It's a huge undertaking. It's the largest house we've ever done, so we're kind of in over our heads right now. But what sets us apart is the fact that when we're done, we're more worried about safety and the home lasting for quite a while than the bottom line of the all-American dollar. We want to make sure that when we walk out of a home, we've done the best job we can possibly do. I think that's what sets us apart, is that we are more worried about the family's safety and the security that they have more than us making all this kind of money. It's not always about money, it's always about how you feel. I've lived my life by, I'd rather regret the things I didn't do than regret the things I did do. So I lay my head down at night with a clear conscience of knowing that I've helped a lot of people here in our country become homeowners and realize their own dreams. I'm fixing to head into one of our properties. And here's Drew. Now this is the one where I was born. Well, I wasn't born here, but I was raised in here. And as you can see, we're already into construction site. This is one of the rooms that we're getting finished. We've got the paint going on the wall. And if you can tell, I'll get up close here. It is, yes, we've just painted paneling. That will work sometimes. Very odd shaped room. The windows, yes, I'm a messy painter when it comes to windows because I like to have them cleaned anyway, so I scrape. Got a big size closet here, but as you can see, we've cut all the doors off. We will show you this when we get it finished. The bathroom, kind of an odd shaped bathroom. You walk straight into the shower. And here, this used to all be a wall, and now we have a door opening that has just been put in. So then we come into what is now known as the dungeon. Have it in there, and he's cutting out that'll work with mud. I knew you couldn't mud that. I told him to leave that one. That was fine. Yeah, on the bottom, because the black right there is much better, and I like it better being close to this being the front porch right here.
And I think if you soak it,
well, I've already done that, so anyway, this is serious business. This is what construction is really all about. And yes, we have like spider webs, we have all kinds of stuff, but I wish I'd have took it before we took all the paneling down. It was 1970s paneling. And now right here we've got Tony, which I love his name. This guy, his name's Tony, which in spelling it backwards is Why Not Renovate. Tony, you got anything to say?
I've known. Oh yeah, I got a bunch of stuff to say.
No, be nice now.
Angel, I've known her probably going on right at 10 years, a little over. Worked a bunch with her over the years. She knows what she's doing. She's fun to hang out with and be there. So I ain't got no complaints. Always like working.
But you
Always
prefer
fun.
to work with Drew.
Yeah, I prefer to work with Drew.
You like it when Angela ain't around, because
Well,
let's face it,
Drew's
she's the
right
girl. Oh, okay, there you go. This is Robert. This is our other hand. He's with Tony as well. And as we like to say, he's the one that gets the work done because he's the spring chicken of the bunch.
That is right, and I've worked here for a while. I've liked it around here, and I like working with Angela. She's a great woman, and kind of picky on times, but she's awesome to work with. Thank you.
Alrighty. This is going to be the dungeon room. I don't know why we kept calling it a dungeon. I guess it's because it's all underground. Not a window in sight. We've just got the door into the bathroom. We're happy about that. Alright, Drew. You look pretty clean. You must not have been working much today.
Not too much. Gotta do that later. No, we've been doing this off and on for probably over a decade now. Contracting we bring in. Sometimes I do the sheetrock, running electrical, things of that kind of nature. This one's a big undertaking. It's a big house.
I think this is the biggest one we've ever done.
Yeah, this is
I
the
know
biggest
this is the
house.
biggest house we've ever done.
And but we're getting through it, making it look better than the 1970s, which is when it was built. So we'll get through it, and it's a great stepping stone to probably bigger houses and more money, which is what we really do this for. So.
Really? Now I thought we did it to get people in home ownership and all this. This is the new generation coming out. As you can tell, I've been working today. Drew had to work late last night, so I let him sleep in today. But no, I thought it was all about getting people into home ownership.
The business mind for it.
So, do you do any rental properties?
We're open up to it. I don't have any right now. I'm not opposed to it. I'm more of a lease-to-own person, just because of the legality of renting. And I still am a little young. I'd have to do some research on that before I jump knee-deep in it. So
Now, did the housing market bust y'all completely, or did you just have to take a break?
we took a break. It was not. I'm not discouraged, and honestly, if it did anything, it helped people like us more. Because so many of the upstarts that were getting it while the bubble was there, because there was money there, they were taking business away from people that actually did this for a living. And when the bubble busted and took out a lot, I would say probably 60 to 70% of people that were trying to do this, the things of that nature, that they didn't have the experience, they weren't going in, they were basically buying the house, hiring things done, and then just trying to sell the house, and they weren't investing any of their blood, sweat, tears into it. And when we do that, I think it gives the houses a little bit more of a homey feeling. The homeowners realize that, and it's not shoddy work. Unfortunately, some of the people that were doing that were doing some shoddy work, and we are not about that. So, if anything, the housing bubble crashing probably helped us, and now my generation is coming into home ownership, and early homeowners probably want to spend, between $60,000 and $100,000. They want to spend over $100,000 for one house because they're new couples. They don't have kids yet. And
now, do you find that? Do you do it anywhere besides Georgia, or is that just in your area? Or because I imagine, everywhere else across the country, those numbers might be skewed. Somebody sitting in L.A., for example, maybe 60,000 wouldn't buy.
The price of living for different areas is always going to be crazy. Even in Atlanta, the price of living close to Kennesaw is a little bit less than North Druid Hills and Midtown. Out here, about an hour north of Atlanta, where this house is, our price of living is not that high. We're not in an urban community. We're pretty much suburban or rural, and where we can get to town quick. These kind of houses just make it really easy for new homeowners because the price of living isn't that high, which is really nice. Places like LA, Chicago, New York, it's outstandingly high. But that's because so many people are there, and it drives up the price.
So basically, we're a geological oddity. We're about an hour from Atlanta, about an hour from Chattanooga, Tennessee, and just over an hour and about 2 from Birmingham, Alabama. So we're close to a lot of museums. We're close to a lot of family fun. So, you know, you come an hour north, and cost of living is great here. It's a little bit slower pace of life. And, you know, I wouldn't want to live anywhere else but out toward in the country. I wouldn't want to live in downtown LA or downtown New York. So thank goodness we've got tons of places across America. And, you know, you can take a small house and make it a home for a new couple, or you can take a huge house like this and who knows what it can come into. So it's amazing at what you can do with what you try. So I'm going to give you a little bit tour of the house again. There's Anthony working again. And you hear all the binging and banging and all of that. Again, this is the doorway we just put in to go from the dungeon, which will eventually be my bedroom. I don't know if we said this, but this is where my husband and I are going to stay for about a year. And we'll renovate this one as we're doing other ones. This is going to be like the den area. This is the basement.
Hi, I'm Carmen, and Drew's dad and Angela's husband. Full-time postal worker, so I work at the post office. But in my spare time, I do try to help them flip the houses, and we flipped several. And I used to work for a contractor, so that's why they call me to come in, and I sometimes line things out, cabinets and kitchens and that type of thing. And they call me with the technical advice, and if I know it, I'll give it to them. And then when I get off work, I'll go by and help them out.